Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Cross Thoughts podcast. I am your host, Joseph, or Californian Myth. I am here with my guest, Mike, or Michaelsoft, as he is known on Twitter.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day, evening, morning, whatever time you listen to this. I hope it's having a good start to your day or a good middle. I'm not going to say the rest because I think you guys know where I'm going with that. But
what the fuck's wrong with you, dog?
What do you mean what the fuck's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with me. But
You enjoying petting the cat?
You're
just enjoying stroking my cat?
I think I'm enjoying life right now. Now I'm enjoying life,
You're enjoying life?
Yeah.
Alright, man. Yeah. Well, this is how this goes. We're going to be going for an hour for the first go. Just to get it started, you're dropping your shit.
Noises.
You're dropping your shit, making sure everything's good. You're making my cat wonder what the fuck's happening.
Didn't hit that well. But we do drugs.
No. I mean, you do drugs. I don't do drugs.
It's not drugs. It's medicine.
It's medicine, maybe, for you. That's what you want to call it.
Okay, well, however you feel about the marijuana or cannabis, however you feel about it. But we do smoke a little bit of it. Well, he smokes a little bit of it. My life has
every
not
once
been
in a
consumed
while
by
I'll
it.
do it. But that's just there, you know? It's a thing.
It become the very thing I hate. I used to hate those people who just smoked weed, but now I understand why they're so...
You've become the very thing you just want to destroy, Mike.
I feel bad because I did stop talking to Nick because of it, but, you know, oh man, I was originally going to go as Pat on these podcasts.
You're going to go as Pat?
Patrick, yeah.
Because your middle name?
Okay, so wait. So we were at, my girlfriend had this party at her sister's. We had like bacon pancakes and everything. And this kid, I think he was starting to learn how to write and stuff. So he wanted us to put our names down so we could learn to spell it. And I didn't want to put my actual name down for some reason. So I put Pat. And they were like, who's Pat? So now there's this huge mystery, but her brother knows my name is Michael. So he was completely fucking confused. They're confused. All of them were confused, bro. They were going around, who's Pat? And they came in there like, are you Pat? And I was like, yeah, I'm Pat. Like Patrick? And I was like, yeah, bro. Yeah, little man, like Patrick.
Dude, I could see you going by Pat later on in life. Just being that guy, like just ditching your first name completely and just trying to drop off the face of the earth.
Well, I've been thinking about it because, like you said, people think my name is fake. So I was like, I talked to my girlfriend about it. I talked to a couple of people about changing my name. Not changing my name, but as going as Patrick. But I already accept that the people I already know and everything will have to still call me Michael. If they can go Patrick if they want, but people are going to have to go by whatever they want. I don't care. But everyone knew, let's call me Patrick. And I want them to know. I don't want them to ever know that my name is even close to Michael at all. Even though I play on Michaelsoft and everything. Everything's labeled that already. Which I might have to change because I think I'm starting to stray further from Xbox.
PatrickSoft. We'll just do it that way. Just keep the soft part of it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, your whole gimmick's like to be, what's it called? Like fucking mocking Windows 95 or XP, or is it 95? It's 95.
It's 95. Yeah, right? 96. I didn't even know that Windows 96 doesn't exist, by the way. I mean, it kind of exists. But it wasn't a big window update like 95 and XP was, so props to me for that.
You're the oddball and everything, you know. Yeah. I mean, speaking of name changes, we've both gone through a lot of name changes on Xbox over the years. You know,
there's some that you don't know about.
I mean, like, I met you when you were Black Hammer Sky.
Black Hammer Sky, that's right.
That's when I met you. You were still going by Black Hammer Sky.
I went by Black Hammer Sky. Shit, I can't speak, guys. I went by Black Hammer Sky because it was right after that movie Ride Along with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart, I believe it is. And there's a scene where he says, I give my wife the Black Hammer. I thought that was the most hilarious thing I ever heard about. So I was like, I changed my name to that because I joined a clan at the time, which was Sky Gaming, which failed immediately because everyone was a bunch of dicks. But I don't want to get into that. That's for a later time. But I just named it Black Hammer Sky. I even had my YouTube as that for a while. I think it was Black Hammer Sky Production.
Yeah, I think that was you, and then your brother was what was it? Just Dancore Galore.
Yeah, no, not the
Or
time.
was
It
he?
was DFM.
He was doing
1996.
DFM.
Yeah, it was DFM.
DFM 1996.
Mm-hmm. And it just turned to that, and then I went through, and then after the clan broke up, they were broken up for 3 weeks, and I didn't fucking know it. So I had this. My name was that now, and I didn't want the name anymore. I was fucking sick of it, so I went back to Teaming Meixner, which I've had for I think the longest.
Didn't you and Dan share that for a little bit too?
Me and Dan, but it was our joint.
It was like
account,
your
yeah.
guys' joint account.
But
You were just Teaming Meixner.
Well, Dan wanted Teaming Meixner, but he knew I didn't want to. All the gamer score was worked on by me, so he knew I wasn't going to give it up. And even if he also got it, I would have had to gotten a new one, and he would have had to pay to change it. So he was like, "Fuck it, I'll get it," and it became what his account is now, which is DFM, which is, I think his name's Dan Corgalores on Xbox.
Is it still Dan Corgalore on
It's
Xbox?
on Xbox,
I know
yeah.
that now. I go by Californian Myth. What was it before? EOS Lazy.
It was EOS Lazy, yeah.
Then Lazy came for life before that.
Yeah.
And then I don't even remember what I did before that. Was it just? Oh, and then I had that weird phase where I was like your mom on a stick or something like that. You weren't around. I didn't know you at that time.
Yeah.
I was in middle school.
Oh, I had
days.
some middle school names. I changed it, I think, a couple times.
Like, if you go to my Ubisoft Uplay account, it still says your mom on a stick, which is really fucking funny to me.
A lot of the stuff still says Teamy Meixner 2 on it, and that's fine. I'm gonna be fine with that. I don't mind that name. It'll always like live down in infamous me. I don't know. I don't use that word right, but it'll always live in a place in my heart because I've had it for so long. It was my first ever gamer tag. I did change my gamer tag. Was in 7th grade. We were learning about some, I don't know, periodic table. No, we were learning about like the genes, like, hereditary. And I guess this guy Humphrey founded it. So Dan and his friends and the whole science table we were with started calling me Humphrey. And at first I fucking hated it. I fucking thought they were making fun of me. And then like I just had to start learning to deal with it. I just had to deal with it. So I was like, all right. And I was like, fine, I'll become Sir Humphrey. Can you call me Sir Humphrey? And they're like, oh, you're fucking knighted? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, fine, you're knighted. So I changed my gamer tag to Sir Humphrey. And it became Sergeant Humphrey. And then something with Sergeant, because I was obsessed with Sergeant. That was my dream in middle school, to become a sergeant in the military, which after knowing people from the military, I think they're the dicks in the military. So I didn't know, but
I mean, no offense to all of our military people,
No,
he's just I don't know what he's saying.
No. I respect everyone in the military, but I mean, we're friends of a lot of people in the military.
Yeah, we are. We have,
and we know we learn the memes and everything from them.
We have one in Germany right now.
Yeah, and I know the other one is in West Point.
Yeah, so.
And then we know any other ones in.
And then now James is down in Texas.
Is he in Texas?
I think that's where he's at. I think he's down at an Air Force base in Texas right now.
Props to James. James, if you're ever going to listen to this, I don't know if it'll ever be released, hidden content.
It's kind of a test run. We'll see how this goes.
We're proud of you. We're proud of you, James.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you did. What did you have? Did you shut up, Siri? Fuck off. Did you what was this ET aesthetic nonsense you did?
I forgot about ET aesthetic. All right, so
before the whole Microsoft
and there was another one, Spooky Agent.
Spooky Agent.
I forgot about. Okay,
96.
so before, all right, so that's a good story. So before Microsoft 96, it took me a good 2 years to come up with that. Not come up with that name, but to get to that name. But I originally went as Spooky Agent because I was going through a new phase. Back in 2016, I believe it was. I was going through a new phase. I think it was
right about in the same time Travis kind of came back into all of our lives.
Yeah, so at the time I was going through a new phase. I was getting out like the dark, sad emo shit, like the way I was.
Yeah, I mean.
So it was I think it was starting to come into a new phase in my life, and I started getting into the reason I went by Spooky Agent is because of X-Files, which Mulder's nickname.
Dude, you were so into the
I'm
X-Files
still
for
into
such
the
a
X-Files.
fucking long time.
Yeah.
Dude, that emblem you made on Black Ops 2 was fucking insane. Or was that Black Ops 3?
It took me 3
I don't
hours to
remember.
make
Which
that.
was the one that we played
3.
so much
It was
with
3.
Nick?
No, Black Ops 3, yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah, it was Black Ops 3 because that was probably one of my favorite Call of Duty games, right behind Modern Warfare and the original Black Ops.
My favorite Call of Duty has to be fucking Black Ops 1 for sure.
Black Ops 1 was pretty
Best
good.
campaign. Online was solid. Just a good time.
I don't know. I don't mind Black Ops 4. It's just I don't know. It's just missing the campaign. It just needed it.
Yeah.
But Spooky Agent, that's why I did it. But the problem was the reason why I went with ET aesthetic is because my friend Josh hates numbers and numbers in anyone's name, and I think it was Spooky Agent 96. I went by Spooky Agent 96. It wasn't just Spooky Agent, but everything else on my like Twitter and everything was Spooky Agent, and the problem was that Spooky Agent was originally taken. And I remember I went to Xbox because I couldn't find anybody with the name on Xbox with Spooky Agent.
Speaking of the whole that thing, having the same name, did you see that Xbox is starting to use the whole Battle.net and Discord system?
Really?
Where you can have any name you want, but you'll have like a hashtag next to your name.
Hashtag?
Like, you know how like on your Battle.net ID, it's like you have your name and then you have like your number ID?
Yeah.
They'll do that to your account now.
Oh, they're doing that?
Right now, if you do it, you will have your name, but then it'll show the ID. I'm guessing in the future it's just going to just show your name, and they won't. And your ID will just be needed if you needed to add friends, like you need it for Discord and
I think
all that
because
shit.
of cross-platforming, I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, that's a very good idea.
A very great
with
idea.
how cross-platform is going to be.
And props to cross-platforming, which actually works because I play Minecraft on PC.
Somewhat. I mean, it only works for a
Xbox.
few games. Like
Yeah.
Rocket League still needs to implement the whole. What's it
You
called?
can't. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Rocket
Partying
League.
up with your teammates and stuff, and all that.
I
But
mean,
still, back to your freaking name thing
Oh, yeah,
before we
so
go off on another
it was
tangent.
ET aesthetic, and the reason it was ET aesthetic. Now back to the guy. Yeah, so no one on Xbox had Spooky Agent, so I decided to message Xbox, and they probably have my name down because I have contacted. We'll get there. Hang on, but I have a history of Xbox. But they probably have my name down. But I messaged them, and I was like, all right, I have a question. No one on the Xbox has this gamer tag. And I typed it out for them. And they're like, oh. And I was like, why can't I use it? It makes no sense. And they're like, oh, well, if you have that on your Zoom account. Zune, you mean?
Yeah,
Zune. Is it Zune?
Or was it Groove Music?
Oh, it's Groove, yeah. Whatever, fucking Microsoft. So if you have an account on Groove, it counts for your Xbox too. Which is fucking stupid. So because this guy had it for his Groove Music account, I couldn't use it, and it fucking pissed me off. Which was all right. So I'm not a huge fan of Xbox right now. I've been on PlayStation more because of this bullshit with them. But we're gonna get into that. So I just said fuck it, and I was tired of ET aesthetic. I just didn't think the name just didn't rub right with me. It just made me. I just didn't like it. It was okay for a while, and then I hated it because it made no fucking sense. It was like, Josh refused to have me have Spooky Agent 96. He refused to have it.
Hold on. What are you doing, Cat? The fuck are you doing? Oh, you keep talking. I'm gonna go figure out what the fuck is in his mouth.
So where was I? All right, so I said fuck it. I didn't care what Josh was going to think anymore. So I put Spooky Agent. I think it was Spooky Agent something space 96. I don't know. I don't know if it was a space or an underscore. Excuse me, guys. I don't want to keep slurping in your ear.
I think it couldn't have been an underscore because Microsoft doesn't allow underscores.
Oh yeah, so it was
Sony
space.
does though for some reason.
It was space. So I went by that for a while, and then I started. The reason why I used to have a Tumblr, and Spooky Agent came from that Tumblr. And I don't use Tumblr anymore, guys. I don't fucking know what happens there. It's not because I looked at porn on Tumblr, but the reason
you
why
looked at porn at Tumblr.
No, I never looked.
Let's just get away from this subject. You looked at porn on Tumblr.
Okay, I did run a porn blog, but everyone did. Everyone at one point, but besides Joe, because he didn't need to.
I don't even know what Tumblr is.
Ran a porn blog. It was just a blog site. So at one point. I don't respect how Tumblr stopped the nudity. I understand why they had to stop with the nudity and pornography on Tumblr. I understand it. I accept it. But the reason is artists who draw like not like furry porn. Okay, I'm not talking about fucking furry porn. I'm talking about real artists that would put their stuff on Tumblr can't anymore because nudity. There's no nudity. Not even cartoonist nudity. So it's just the people who could get their work out there can't anymore, or they have to censor themselves, which isn't good because a real artist should be able to show their work. But Spooky Agent came from that because my whole blog was spooky and porn. I'm not lying.
I don't understand what the agent was for then. What was the agent for?
For what?
For the agent. Why did you have agent?
Because I had like spooky alien shit, and I don't know. I you know what, doesn't make sense if I start.
It really doesn't make sense.
No wonder why I didn't get no wonder why it makes no fucking sense. But that's how my whole blog was, and then I believe it was last year I changed my name to Microsoft.
It was when you made the transition into streaming off of Twitch into
Mixer. Yeah, that's
when
right.
you started streaming on Mixer.
That's right, because I wanted a whole new identity, and like Microsoft just has more of a ring to it. It's more clever. It's more initiative.
It just kind of sucks that like no matter what you do, logo wise, you'll never be able to like copyright or make money off of it.
That's the reason why That's the reason why I've been thinking about it. I need to make my own logo. I want to keep the Microsoft thing. But I'm scared like if I do become big, Microsoft's going to push in. But the Microsoft, I don't know. I have like again, I do have like a very very tight line with Microsoft. We do not have the best relationship. It's like a love-hate relationship.
I mean,
actually,
they allowed you to change your gamer tag to it, so
yeah, I know.
I think you're good there.
But me and Microsoft do not have a very good relationship. It's like a love-hate, though, like I said, because I have been banned for a lot of shit. I have had problems with them in the past, but I will keep playing them because I grew up with Xbox, so I have no choice. I mean, I have a choice. It's just I want to keep this logic going, and all the games I play are on Xbox, so... And I don't want to start new. That's probably another reason. I would love to go to PlayStation. I just don't want to start new. All my achievements I've worked on. It's like 10 years of work.
Yeah,
on that
that's
account.
how I kind of feel about it, you know. Did I ever tell you why I changed my gamer tag to Californian Myth?
No.
So, I wasn't playing with you guys at the time, obviously, just because I went off and did my own thing. I was moving. My friend group was just kind of... I was bouncing off to another group, because that's what I do for some... I fit in any group I'm kind of in. That's just how I've always been. But there was this one time where like I joined a friend's party and they were like, "Whoa, you still exist? We all thought you were a myth."
That makes sense.
So I was just like, "That's kind of cool. Maybe I should change my gamer tag," because I was still rocking the EOS lazy thing, and I was like, the EOS kind of just died. We kind of made doing this stupid thing for YouTube and all this other things. And I was just like, fuck it, I need to change my gamer tag. So that's just, I'm from California, Myth, I'll just combine them somehow, and that's basically it. There really wasn't much to it other than that, but...
what was I going to say? I never knew about the Myth. I know it was just Myth at one point.
That's what I wanted to change it to, but that's taken, obviously.
Obviously, it's going to be taken. I remember it was just Myth. Because I didn't
that's
find
what I
out
rock
through
on Battle.net and all that stuff, because it's just easier to rock a shorter name on those, because you can just keep it that. Like, same with Steam. Like, when we play the Forest, it's shorter. Mm-hmm. You don't need that big of a name and everything, so...
Well, I mean, the EOS shit, I mean, we had arguments because I hated that name, and, like, the person that the name was inspired by... I think
we don't want to talk about
we don't
that.
talk
we
about
don't talk
him
about that anymore.
because
it's over.
He's not relevant anymore. We don't need to bring him up.
See, how it used to was we changed it to equal our sanity after the whole what it originally meant, and I'm just not going to say what it originally meant because it was very cringy and stupid at the time, but we were young.
Hold on. I don't mean to interrupt you, but we had arguments about this because it took a while for you to understand it was cringy.
Yeah, I was just dumb.
Because you were so proud of it. I respect it because it was like your brand at your one point. But I think after another kid that was part of it, we learned what cringy actually meant, like the definition of cringy.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about him either.
But he learned it, and it was insanity. I didn't mind it. I think it made sense. But I think the project. At the time, I think a lot of us were busy. And,
it's like the whole.
We just went our separate ways.
It was like the whole Screw Loose project I did with James. It was like it was a good idea. Made sense. I tried keeping it going even when James wasn't around, and it was I brought you in to help me with it. We made a lot of Let's Plays. We started a lot. We only finished one, but I'm very proud of that Let's Play.
Very proud of it.
I'm very proud of us going through Dead Rising 2 off the record, and I really think we should stream it again.
Yeah, old time's sake, yeah.
We'll just co-stream it on Mixer or something.
Get that box man back in there.
Fucking Fireman Frank and Box Man.
There's so many inside jokes in there that were so good. But,
like their series, I wish that we would have continued. I wish like me and Cody would have stayed close to finish the Castle Crashers Let's Play, and I wish like me and you could have finished Splatterhouse because that was fun for the little time we had.
Splatterhouse was a pretty good one,
and everything. But other than that, like I feel like if we were able to put more dedicated time to it, it would have done better.
I mean, we weren't really dedicated at the time. We kept saying we wanted to do it, but we always fucking like, nah, we won't. We'll do it later. And then I think at the time with the Splatterhouse thing, I mean, Let's Plays were dying when we were really getting into it.
Yeah, we were.
It was
we
the
were
time
a
with the
little late
I
on
think
the
vlogging.
fad.
I think vlogging was starting to really take over YouTube. The beauty channel was coming in.
The beauty channels are ridiculous.
The beauty channels were coming in,
and then
and
like the show, and like it's been around for years, but like shows like Good Mythical Morning seem to take a hold of things too.
Yeah, I mean, Good Mythical Morning started. I mean, it was,
and it's like you can even see that Let's Plays are going off because all these like look at PewDiePie. He's changed his thing. He's just now starting to do actual gaming a little bit, but he's only doing Minecraft. But another example would be look at Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Like,
they don't do a lot of that.
And Achievement Hunter, it's exactly like if you actually go onto their website, which I'm a member to, I'm a first member. They have a show called Achievement Hunter. I think you'd like it. It's just all of them going ghost hunting in places that are supposed to be haunted.
Obviously.
It's really fucking great. It's a funny show and everything. Like it's a good thing. Spend $5 a month for it. I get to watch every episode, and they do all like a bunch of content. They have just a bunch of stuff on there, and I love that company. I really want to go to RTX at some point.
I mean, YouTube. I mean, I mean that's why I like streaming, because streaming is the new thing. I mean, I think it's going to be out for a while, but
it's just so hard to stream.
It is.
It's very hard to stream to get out there. I think Mixer's a better platform to stream on, just because, it's a little bit. It's more user friendly, and the community seems a little bit nicer to deal with.
It does. It's
and I feel like if you want to
toxic.
stream on Twitch, you have to know someone already.
You have to be in a group to survive on Twitch. Like I've been following like famous Minecraft. I mean, they're not Minecraft streamers anymore, but that's what they were growing into. And like they're in a group and they just raid each other. And you need that on streaming. But I talked to a big streamer. I can't remember his name, but he did help me on Twitter, and I can find it. I don't know how long ago it was. I don't really want to flip through that and try to find it because I won't speak. But he started really helping me. I said that was the tweet where I put I don't know if I should switch to Twitch, and he messaged me and he asked, why would you want to leave Twixer with Mixer, not Twixer. But
that's how they're gonna be. If they ever merge, they're gonna rename
Twixer.
themselves the Twixer.
I think Twix would have a problem. But anyway, this guy was like, why do you want to leave Mixer? And the problem with Mixer, and you're right, it is a great community. It's not toxic. But the problem is if you don't play the big name games, and people can try to argue with me, but you cannot.
Variety streaming is very hard.
If you would look,
there's not a lot of streamers that do variety streaming. There's one named Jules D4W. He does it pretty well, but mainly when I see him streaming, he's playing a lot of Dead by Daylight. He does a lot of those games. He does a lot of like this horror games like that, like what you did.
Yeah, I did do that when I started out. But yeah, no, like Fortnite is huge on Mixer, and I don't hate Fortnite anymore.
Fortnite's a joke though.
It's a joke. It's a joke, yes, but like Fortnite's fine. I've been having like a craving to play it because I don't know. It's just a game that you can goof off for in an hour and then just try to see if you can win.
I really wish like PUBG wouldn't have died.
PUBG died. I don't know. It's just PUBG's not interesting anymore.
On console.
It's just not interesting anymore. PUBG just doesn't have any pizzazz to it. Apex is pretty cool. I want to try to play Apex again, but again, I can't. A lot of the games that are famous, I like. All right, so a lot of the big name games are something I can't get into. Fortnite is, for example. I mean, I would love to get into it. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't like the game because I'm not good at it. I understand. I tried playing it for a whole day one day because I would like people said practice. Like practice makes better, but it's just a game I cannot get down. I just don't like the building. I'm not good at it.
It's hard. The building is very hard. If you're not quick at it, you're fucked. And it's just when I played it with James and everything, when we did the cross-platform, I felt it was a lot harder because I was playing against PC people, and they build so quick. Yeah. With me playing on Xbox, I mean, cross-platform is great and all, but
Xbox
that's the
is
thing.
Really
it kind of sucks.
They build fast on Xbox.
I mean, yeah, that's true too. I mean, people use a lot of the modded controllers with the button, with the extra paddles and stuff on the back, so it makes it a little bit easier.
But I'm just not up at that level of playing on Fortnite. I'm not good at survival games because Joe can agree to this. I panic when it comes. No, I don't really panic.
You don't panic. Your driving sucks.
I make really bad decisions in survival games, and there's battle royale games. Is like every decision you make makes or break you. Like you don't think it does, but every little decision, what gun you pick up, what equipment you use, at what point. I know every game's like that, but survival, it's a battle royale, so you have to use your supplies well. I don't use my supplies well. I abuse health kits when I get them because I'm always scared and it always fucks me in the ass. But I have pulled out wins out of my ass. And if you would like to see that, you can go on YouTube. I did shoot you in the ass with a
crossbow, and we ended up winning that game. So that was fun. That was a fun PUBG game.
I remember that game.
That was my first PUBG win, I believe. I didn't do shit. I died early in that game, and you carried me to win.
Yeah, I was hiding on the beach.
Well, there's a story I want to bring up with you. And you already know this. I wanted to bring this up with you on here. Yeah. And it goes back to your brother's YouTube channel. Yeah. And you used to do this thing with him and your friend Kane called Triple Threat Thursday.
I agree. Yeah, I remember that.
And there's a video. For some reason, you won. I don't know what game you played. The win.
It was Halo 4.
You won in Halo 4.
Right, hold on.
Okay, hold on. You won in Halo 4. And you released this video. It's Dan's most popular video on his YouTube channel. Last time I thought, I think it's had over 2,000 views.
Oh, it has 2,000 now?
Last
time I looked, it had 1,000. Last time I looked, it had 1,000.
It was like... It's one of your guys' like... it's his most popular video for sure on his channel.
See, Dan, if Dan would have kept that his gaming channel, he would have probably been good because Dan knows how to edit. Dan's a really talented editor. He just didn't want to put the time into it. I don't think he
it had
really
2.2K views.
Oh, really?
It's been 4 years since it's come out.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
You made Kane and Dan. Well, mainly Dan at this point.
Well, because Kane fucked up. I was really mad with Kane
from watching it again.
All right, before we start,
you made them put IcyHot on their junks, and I just want to know why and how you came up with this idea. And how bad was the aftermath with Dan? Because he did not look like he was having fun with it.
All right. Triple Threat Thursday was a really interesting time in my life. It was right after high school. Everything that happened was I just graduated. It was 2014. I just graduated. Dan just got a capture card for his graduation gift, and we thought I didn't even know what the fuck a capture card was. I was so intrigued by this.
I remember we were talking about it. I remember the day.
I think that's how we met.
We were in gym class, and you were like, my brother got a capture card, and I was like, dude, that's dope. What type? And I was like, and you told me it was an Elgato and all this other stuff, so it was pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure that we became more friends at that point. But yeah, Dan got an Elgato, and we both were making videos together. But he would actually edit them because I didn't fucking know how to edit them. But Triple Threat Thursday was, I think it was like it was mid-June. We started coming up with Triple Threat Thursday, and It came out with Dan wanting to make the the idea could have worked, but
it was kind of like your guys' version of Versus.
It was.
It was a cool take on it
because we had to do dares, and it probably would have worked if Kane. We couldn't get on the schedule of Kane, and then Dan got his job at Wise.
You guys could have always I know we weren't like as good as friends, but like maybe if we were, we could have had me swap in for Kane every once in a while.
Yeah, but Dan got his job at Wise. In the future, Dan got a job at Wise, and then we just couldn't get our schedules together, and then Little Caesars really took a lot of time from me, and like I couldn't do like the videos with them like they wanted to because my schedule could not mix because Little Caesars was my first job, did not know how to mix it. But so at one point when the series started, I don't know how many series there is. There's a couple. Well,
hold on, let me look.
Let me tell you how the series started. So the series started as Kane used to come over every day, and we would just hang out and play video games, and we were playing a game. We were playing the game Charlie Murder. We were all playing it. We were having a good time. We were like, we were making videos still. And Kane was like, we should make this a versus, like see who could get the most points. And I wasn't in the rest of the conversation, but it came down that we need to play games against each other. And I didn't even know it was happening. I was in the blue. That's like, I don't want to get dark, but that summer was a little hazy. It was a starting point for shit. So I was not like into a lot of stuff. But it started out like that, and then Dan started out winning all of them. Like if you can watch the series, it's on his channel, Dan Core Galore. I don't know how to spell it. If I did, I would know. But it started out all of that like that, and
it's spelled how you would think it's spelled.
Yeah. So it started out with Dan winning the first one.
In between.
And it came out with Dan making a cocktail. I didn't like the cocktail, but Kane makes that shit all the time, so it was easy for him. So the cocktail didn't work. And there was another video that we never put up that he made a more disgusting cocktail with raw eggs, and it just never made the light of day. It just wasn't good enough. I mean, I ate the fucking eggs for no reason, but there was that. And then I think it was the cinnamon challenge. We did the cinnamon challenge. Kane was the boss at that. I did not do well at that. And then there was the raw egg challenge where Dan would throw eggs at us in the bathtub. Then there was the milk challenge. We did the milk challenge, which the aftermath of the milk challenge is
That's on
interesting.
YouTube, right?
Yeah, the milk challenge is, but we did it late at night, so it's hard to see. It was not one of our best. But the milk challenge was interesting because I think it was me and Kane who did. I mean, it was me and Kane who did the milk challenge, and what happened was we both got sick. At this point, we got sick. I don't mean to make the S sound too emphasis, but we both got sick, and we didn't think we and Kane thought we could handle it. So we went in after the milk challenge was done. Videoing was done. Dan went in and he started to work on the editing and everything, and I was laying on the bed and I was in pain. I was in straight pain, and I felt like I was going to throw up.
How much milk out of the gallons did you guys get out?
Kane finished.
Kane finished the whole gallon of milk.
Kane finished the whole gallon. I think I had a
Fucking
quart. I
crazy,
couldn't
man.
do it.
Crazy.
Well, first of all, I had dinner before we did this, so my stomach had pork chops and everything in it, and the pork chops I was burping up was making me even more sick.
That sounds
But
disgusting.
here's the thing. I had strawberry milk, I believe, and Kane had chocolate milk, which was worse.
You guys should have just done normal.
We should have just done normal milk, and me and Kane both agreed. But Kane had to take a shit. So Kane was taking a shit, and as Kane was taking a shit, he had to throw up.
Oh,
So
God.
he threw up into a shit.
Yo, you know what that
he
reminds
threw
me
up
of? That
and then went
reminds me
back
of-
taking a shit.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds
What?
me of that episode of South Park of Kenny's dad just on the fucking trash can, like shitting his brains out and having to puke.
Yeah, so that's basically what happened. So Kane did that. So I went in and I threw up. Dan's mad. So Dan's now pissed off because he didn't get to film it. Dan was so in the filming. He's like, great, this makes no sense. How are we going to... That could have been a great views. Dan was really worried about views at the time, and I think he should have worried about just doing it for fun. So the milk challenge was like that, and then after the milk challenge was Halo 4, which is controversial because Dan was so fucking mad he lost. Kane was happy I won. Kane was happy because this is
Dude,
it.
I
Dan
don't
was
know.
dethroned.
I feel like I didn't watch that video going into it, but from what I remember, I feel like there was some nonsense in that video that shouldn't have happened.
All right, so here's what happened. There was a part in the video, and I wish I knew the timestamp. I used to know it by heart because I had to, because it was just an argument for a while before we filmed the video I'm about to discuss. What happened was, in the video, we only could use Spartan lasers. It was Halo 4, only Spartan lasers. You could not assassinate. You could assassinate. Actually, you could assassinate. You can only assassinate and use Spartan lasers. And if you accidentally would melee someone and kill them, you would have to give them a free kill. It was actually pretty even. The rules made sense. We didn't argue with it. What happened was, in the video, I used the laser and I meleeed. It said I killed him by laser. That's how I'm going about. But what happened was I meleeed him and he died. But my brother believes I died from melee. He says, I got killed by melee. I said, no, you didn't. And then he's like, I swear to God, Mike, if I would, you're going to, even if it was an actual thing, Dan and Kane agreed, it was like, and I agreed, if I did, if I won, no matter what, if I would have won and I killed him by melee, I would have been disqualified. And we would have had done it over again. Or it would have been gone to whoever was in second place. So it was probably, going to be Dan. It was probably Dan, yeah.
Kane kind of sucked at those. He never really got a...
Kane was fucking
Did
high
he
all the
not
time.
actually, win one?
No, he won one. We just never put that one up.
Okay. It's probably shit then.
Well, he never came up with the idea.
It
was
wasn't
right,
up
it was
to
the
Dan's standards.
No,
you know?
no. It was right at the end when we were starting to split up. He won, and then Kane couldn't come up with a thing for us what to do. And I think Kane's was fucking extreme. I couldn't remember him, but he was pretty extreme. But I beat Dan. It was very controversial. Dan was really
It was
pissed.
such a controversial video from
He
what I
did
remember.
not
I
wanna
remember
do
when
it.
it first came out, I got the notification and I was like, oh shit, this is going to be good. And then I watched it and then I saw that whole fight and I was just like, I'm just trying to remember what it was like, how my reaction was. It was just, I was like, oh fuck, man. I wish I was there to see this. That's how I've always was. When I saw these videos, I was like, I really wish I was there to see this happen live.
So the aftermath
you know?
of that video, the video ended immediately. Dan threw his headset off. Kane and me were like, okay, Dan, listen. We can watch it back. So Dan hooked up the Elgato to make it play on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
We watched it, and we got to the part. It said laser kill. It said laser kill. So no matter what, it did not say I killed Dan. Because, like you said, in Halo, if you're a Halo player, you know when you Spartan laser kill someone, you get that Spartan logo, that laser logo.
Uh-huh.
I had that logo next to the thing, so I did kill Dan by laser. But
did the laser go off?
No, there was no
didn't
laser
go off at all.
No,
it wasn't like one of those things.
It was
like
a melee.
You hit Dan on accident by melee, and then you shot him afterwards.
It just came up laser kill. Because I lasered him before.
So the game was retarded, basically.
Well, what happened was I hit him with the laser, but it did not kill him. That rare instance when you get hit with the Spartan laser and you don't die from it. I did it and I hit him, but I guess the game calculated it as a laser kill. So what happened was Dan and Kane started to argue because Kane is now on my side. I have now won, and Dan is mad I won, and he wants Kane to defend him, and he's not doing it because, like it said laser kill. There's nothing you can do. So I did win by bullshit. I will admit to that now. I did win by bullshit, but nothing happened. Dan had to accept it. So Dan said you got 2 days to come up with an IcyHot video because Kane worked the next 2 days, and Dan didn't want to fucking do anything the next 2 days. I think he had a concert or something he wanted to go to, and he wanted to focus on that. So I just went on YouTube and looked up challenges, and I found the IcyHot one from some random YouTuber. I don't even think he's around anymore. If he is, cool, I guess. He said, all right, so we went to CVS, and we bought some IcyHot. So I told Dan and Kane what they were going to do, but I told them they're going to put it on their balls. They could have put it anywhere, but I said, you're going to put it on their balls. Kane didn't want to. Kane was like, okay, fine. And then Dan was like, fine, I'll do it. So that we were doing the video, as you can see, Kane should have. Kane did not unbuckle his pants, which I know sounds weird, but he couldn't. His hands were now covered in IcyHot, so he didn't want to ruin his shorts. He didn't want to do it. So Kane didn't get the full effect like Dan did.
Dan was in pain.
Because I
could tell Dan was fucking
Dan rubbed
in
all
pain.
of it. So the video was a success and everything, but the aftermath goes, but Kane did start feeling it at the end. Kane didn't feel it until the end, and it started hurting Kane, but Dan was in pain. Dan had to change underwear. Kane had to change it. Kane just went commando because he had to walk home. So both of them had pain for a good 2 hours. It gave him sunburn. Like Dan said, it felt like in the video, it gave him sunburn. But our whole house smelled like Bengay.
And it's not a terrible smell, at least.
My parents were like, why the fuck does it smell like Bengay? I
can just imagine your dad just like freaking the fuck out. Yeah. That would have been fucking amazing.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. It was interesting. Dan wasn't happy about it. That's still... Dan still will to this day bitch about it. He just gets so mad because he had that undefeated streak, and it was like really hard to beat him because he would go so hard.
He's not the Undertaker, dog. It's just video games. You can't take that shit seriously.
I think what the problem was, I think he wanted Kane to dethrone him. I think he wanted Kane to dethrone.
I think it's him. I think it's a sibling rivalry, Mike. You guys are twins, and you guys. Dan always seems like he wants to be the better brother.
So I forget the games we did. I think it was Gears. No, I don't remember.
I can go through it.
I want to see if I can remember it. But I remember when I made videos. Either Team of Mixer. I think it was Team of Mixer Studio.
Dan only made one playlist.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last one you guys did was Triple Threat Thursday 8, which was the Super Mario Strikers tournament.
Oh yeah,
and then you won that with the Mentos and Diet Coke challenge.
I forgot about that one. That wasn't that good.
The next 7 was Smash Brothers. Smash Bros. Ryu.
Oh, yeah, that was the reunion, yeah.
And it was the raw ramen noodle challenge, which I don't see the problem with that.
It was stupid, but and Dan thought it was gross, but it's because Dan was trying to make a whole video about it.
I don't know what game you guys did for this one.
What? Let me see.
You did what was before was the Triple Threat Dare Milk Challenge, and then you had the Dare Execution Style. But the video before that is Thursday 6, which was Call of Duty 4.
Oh, yeah, it was Call of Duty 4. I think it was the 8.
And then
Call of Duty 4
and then War That War. I'm guessing the War That War, those are just kind of collided. You just he uploaded them out of order.
Yeah, he did. It was a glitch on YouTube actually, but World at War was the egg.
Halo 4 was Triple Threat Thursday 4 with the IcyHot Challenge.
And I think
Halo 3 was episode 3.
Oh yeah, we did all the Halos
challenge.
first. That's right. We did all the Halos first. So
okay,
the rest
so that
of
makes
Halos,
sense.
Yeah.
And then whatever the cocktail challenge, and then I don't even think you guys didn't record a what's it called?
No.
For the second one, you didn't record a dare for the second one, I guess. At least that's what it's showing on here. I don't know if like it just never got uploaded. Dan forgot.
I think Dan got mad when I won that, and I apparently. Oh no! Yeah, apparently I cheated. So Dan didn't want. Dan just gave up on. Dan had a lot of Dan just gave up on it because I think Kane was not coming around as much at that point anymore.
I mean, this was in the beginning.
No, with the soccer. The soccer one.
Okay, yeah.
Kane wasn't coming around anymore, and then they got mad because that was the time I was putting it on my channel at the time. I don't think I have them anymore. I don't. I actually don't have them up anymore when I played the Smash.
Do you have your old channel up still? Or
No. None of my old shit's up. None of them.
That sucks.
Yeah, I'm
got some good videos on.
I'm gonna be honest. I really wish I didn't do it because I would love to go back and watch them. Even at the time, I would cringe at them every time, but I want to watch them now because of the memories and everything.
Yeah, I just went back and watched some of our videos.
I go back and watch some of our videos too. I watched the one where we played Rocket League together, and I spoiled when Carl died in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And he didn't die either. It was just wrong information. So I just gave out a spoiler that didn't exist yet.
And then I went back and saw the fucking what an awesome view highlight I put up of when you loaded into a game of 3v3 elimination and like you freaking for some reason were behind Tracer's ass for some reason with the camera view. It was really fucking weird. It was just, I don't know. That was fun. Those are some fun times. There's moments where I wish I can go back. I watched when I tried doing our reboot with Ryan at Bait.
Mm-hmm. Mike's balls.
Oh my god, how that video starts when you stop touching yourself and then you and your whole peach schnapps gimmick. That was that was so funny as fuck.
Alright, so let me explain something. When you watch those videos, you'd think I'm high half the time because of all the stupid shit I say. It's not. I just come up with random shit to say and it's stupid. I don't want to say it. It just comes to my mind and I say it. And the ball story, the reason why my balls were old, I was fucking with my balls a lot is because I was wearing these white skinny jeans that did not fucking fit. And everybody told me they didn't fit. And I would wear them, and I had to throw them away. They're not. I don't have them anymore, sadly. I wish I did. I should have framed them because they were the funniest things when I would wear them. My ass was so tight in them.
Your non-existent ass was tight in them. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of videos that we did, you know. Like the multiplayer with friends. That was good. That was a good run that we did. Multiplayer with friends with all of us was a good run. How many episodes did we do with that?
I think 3 or 4.
Multiplayer with friends went on for. It only had 11 episodes. The last episode was actually not even with you guys. The last episode was with Cody.
Yeah.
I did it with Cody. Me and him played some Battlefield 4. The last one we all did as a group was we played Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
For about 45 minutes we played Destiny, and the title was Mike joined Gryffindor. And you were pissed about it because you wanted to be in Hufflepuff when you took the quiz.
Oh my god! So back to that. My favorite videos when me, you, and Nick did the strike together. Oh, the not the strike. It was the Tuesday. It was that super strike you do. I can't remember what it's called. Like you do it every Tuesday. Nightfall. That's
it.
Nightfall.
And Nick wouldn't fucking sit there for the pose for the camera.
I remember that so vividly, and it was just. I remember I was like, oh my god.
It was the Darkblade strike.
I remember. I was like, man, that was interesting. I used to love playing Destiny. Destiny is probably gonna always be something that.
It's always fun to go back to. Mm-hmm. People give it a lot of hate and everything, but right now I'm taking my big break. Season of Opulence was cool and everything. They've added a few things, Bad Juju returning and all this other stuff.
December.
But in September when the next DLC comes out, what the fuck's it called? Shadowkeep? I think that's what it's called. I don't even remember what the fuck it's called at this point. Just the next big DLC, we're gonna go back to the moon, your favorite place. We're gonna go. Helium filaments, our favorite material for Ray's lighter.
Goodness.
You ready for that to come back?
Oh my goodness.
For our fucking planetary materials. That's gonna be great.
That's stupid. That's fun.
Yeah. And we had like a 7-minute we had like a short episode of multiplayer with friends that we called Fucking with Boyer, and we just made his room up in Minecraft.
All right.
A nonsensical thing.
Let's talk about I just thought of this right now. Let's talk about a video that has never made it to the light of day.
What video?
There's 2 videos that's never made it to the light of day. There is the first one where me and you were playing FIFA.
Oh my god, I don't want to talk. Okay, this
Remember
video. That? The only reason that video did not make it to the light of day is because Mateo.
No, not that one. There's Mateo and then there's you. There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of
both
them.
Involve
okay,
FIFA.
Let me go with
both
this first one. Let me go with this
FIFA.
first one. Okay. There's a video. Me and Mike, we used to have this friend. Well, he's still our friend, but he just doesn't. He lives in Italy, so we're on different time zones. He's a foreign exchange student my senior year in high school. Mike's a year older than me. He graduated the year before me. Me and Mateo were playing FIFA, right? And I get a little pissed off when I just get dominated in a game that I can't control.
Because I was playing Germany.
It was both. It was you and then Mateo. Mateo was the worst, though.
Oh, because I was beating him so bad.
No, Mateo was the worst for me, though. Or was it you?
It was me and Mateo, because you said, Mike, play him.
Or was it me? Hold on, wait. Was it? Which is the one where I slapped the microphone and ruined the whole video because
Because you spilled the pickle juice. Okay, so let me explain that. So it was the day we went to get wings, because that's when that place had the best wings ever was there. So what happened was, I think it was FIFA 14 at the time, and me and Joe were like, all right, we couldn't figure out what game to play on versus, so we decided to play FIFA. I picked Germany, and you picked that Italy team you liked.
Milan.
Yeah, Milan. And I had never, all right, guys, let me explain something. I never played a soccer game in my life before this. This was, besides Mario, Strikers.
Strikers is so much
a real
fun.
FIFA game. I've never played a real fucking FIFA game in my life. Okay, so Joe thought he was going to get an easy win. I know he did, and he wasn't. I knew how to play the game, apparently, because he couldn't steal the ball from me, and I kept stealing the ball from him, and I think that's what pissed him off, because he couldn't do it. So when it was like, I scored my 4th goal, where he said, fuck this, and he just slapped the mic off the desk, unplugging it, corrupting the video. And then the mic fell and then spilled a big jar of pickles we had. So that whole video got ruined. So that was a week before the Mateo. Now Joe was like one day, Mike, I have an idea. You should play Mateo in FIFA and we should record it. And I was like, are you sure? And I was like, Mateo's very, very, I don't know. Mateo's from Italy, of course. He's going to be in the FIFA games. I don't know, actually, if he was in FIFA games.
No, dude, he loves Metro. He loves the Metro
Yeah,
games.
I don't mean to be offensive to you, Mateo, and stereotype you. I mean, he did like soccer. He was really into soccer, though. But I was like, Mateo's going to probably kill me in soccer. I started beating Mateo.
Mateo was pissed.
He corrupted.
I don't really remember you playing Mateo. I remember just being fucking pissed and ruining my first microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Because I slapped it.
I still have that microphone, by the way.
You do?
Yeah.
I need that microphone back.
What for?
I need to see that if it could still work. I need to see if
I
I
don't
can
know
fix
if it
it.
still works, though. But we can have it for display, and we remember the good times. But yeah, I pissed Mateo off, and he hit a desk, corrupting the stream. I mean, you weren't mad. You were mad, but it was funny. At the time, it was funny. I mean, I wish everyone could have seen it, but I did that with CJ too. I pissed him off in Madden. Any sports game, I piss people off in sports games.
Yeah, I remember that one. That one got deleted off YouTube. I remember that. That video got deleted off YouTube just because I didn't like it in the end. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things and everything.
Yeah. But I want to talk about the most intense Madden moment we had.
Okay, go ahead.
So remember when we would do this? We would try to do every Madden. We would create a player, and we would go against each other. And then Dan got involved. When Dan got involved, it got intense.
Yo, dude, those were fun.
So
I think
but this is when we went to the Super Bowl.
Talk to Dan about doing another one in Madden 20.
Yeah, I'll talk. He's gonna get it. I know.
I'm gonna get it too. Like we should all do that again. Mm-hmm. If Travis had time to play, I'd say have him join us again. And Nick. That was so much fun. Yeah.
So it was just when me, you, and Travis played, and Travis didn't make it because Travis didn't know.
Travis didn't understand how to throw the football. He was always lobbing the damn thing. He was always
lobbing the ball. Sorry, Travis, I don't mean to throw you under the bus. No one. How did you not know? It wasn't until I played him.
You know the fucking funny part about that is I still threw more interceptions than he did, and he threw the lob passes.
First of all, he didn't. It wasn't until he played me, and I was like, Travis, why do you keep fucking lobbing the ball? It's annoying. I was like, you let me win? He's like, what do you mean lobbing it? I was like, how are you throwing it? He's like, I'm pressing the button. I was like, do you hold it down? He's like, no. I was like, hold it down, Travis. And he threw a bullet, and he's like, what the fuck? He's like, in the old PlayStation games. I was like, yeah, but Travis, because that was the first Madden game Travis played since PlayStation.
Was it like Madden 15 or something like that?
Yeah, and I was like, Travis, Madden?
It was the one where Richard Sherman was
No,
on
it was
cover,
the one
right?
where Odell was on it.
Was it the one
Yeah, it
with
was the one
Odell?
with
That was
Odell.
Madden. No, I don't remember what Madden that was.
No, but there was the one where we both went to the Super Bowl, and you still have never beaten me when we both did quarterbacks, and this was that moment.
Did I win the Super Bowl?
No.
Did
This
you?
is the one where we were both screaming. We both had to leave the party because we were annoying Nick. And it was the one I was screaming. I was throwing shit, and I won by like a field goal because for some reason there was a glitch. Anytime you would play a player, your team would decide to fucking fake a field goal and go for it.
They're fucking. That game is retarded with that.
Yeah.
I don't even understand why.
It was a game to the point. I remember your ex got mad because you were screaming so loud at the TV, and I was screaming so loud at the TV because like it was an intense Super Bowl, and we did say good game. We were sports about it, but at the time we were fucking
when
mad.
you're in the middle of the moment when you're playing a video game with your best friend, and you just want to be the better fucking player, and it's in the heat of the moment. We're all fucking mad, and when it's over, it's just like you breathe, you realize, okay,
It's a good game. We'll
good
face
game,
each other again.
we'll face each other again. And all this other stuff, and I don't know. I think the worst was when me and Nick went to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, because Nick beat me.
Because Nick beat you in the championship game. Because I blew out.
This was not when we were playing quarterback play. We were just playing.
I was playing quarterback because I always play quarterback.
No, this was when we were just playing the franchise. He beat the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He beat the shit out of me.
So we were just doing the franchise, right? And for
Fucking
whatever
defense.
reason, you two were in the same division. You guys played on the NFC, and I was in the AFC.
No, this is when we were. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. Because we just
because
picked
I remember
teams.
because I was geared into the Super Bowl no matter what. Like I was already going, and it was between you two to face me. And I remember I left the party and watched you guys play on because you streamed it, so I can. But I wasn't in the party.
Yeah.
When I got back into the party, you left. So me and Nick could
I had to
play.
take a breather. Well, Nick said I had to take a breather, and I went to go do something.
Then
but
me and Nick played.
I already told
and
it wasn't like
somehow I won that game. I don't remember how I won that.
Well, you won it, but no, because Nick fucked up and accidentally.
Oh yeah,
threw
he
the
threw
ball.
that interception.
It was the glitch throw. I remember it was the game made him. He was
made
just
the
standing
glitch
there,
throw.
threw it, and then the ball just went to your receiver, and it was just crazy.
And
you even
I
said,
remember
Nick.
I remember the first play. He threw a pass to his wide receiver on the left, and it was one of those where he was throwing. The player was just sitting there, and my safety came in, intercepted it, and I ran it all the way back. And that was how the game started, and I just remember from that moment, I was like,
The game got intense. It was a
this
back
is
and
not
forth
going to be a
affair.
good game for Nick. He's just going to get pissed off, and I'm like, I'm going to ride him up. I'm going to fucking ride him up. Just rile him up to make him up.
Okay, I remember that because I remember we all in the because we were all playing our favorite teams. I remember that because we all
That
we
wouldn't
all
make sense.
beat each other.
That wouldn't make sense. We weren't all playing our favorite teams.
Yeah, we
'cause
were.
of No, because if Nick was playing the Ravens, me and him would have played each
we
other.
did that fantasy draft. Remember?
But you two were still in the same division. I wasn't.
No,
with
because
you
the
guys.
Seahawks played the Ravens that year. So,
But
oh no, that's right.
in the championship,
yeah, we did play
you guys,
random teams. We did. That's right.
I didn't. I was still the Chargers for whatever fucking
Oh
reason.
yeah, me and Nick. I went to. We were playing. I played in. I think I played for the. I played for the Browns. That's right. I chose the Browns to play as.
No, that still doesn't make sense because they're AFC. I think.
Whatever. Me and Nick
I think you played the Seahawks and Nick just chose a random team in the NFC. Maybe he chose the
Oh
Lions.
yeah, we were in the NFC.
You two were in the Lions. I know.
Yeah,
I
he
was,
did choose the Lions
I
because
did
he wanted
I was
to try
AFC.
he wanted to try a harder team, and he kept getting players. I don't know how the fuck he kept getting these players, but he kept getting these players.
We
Remember he
did the
got
drafts.
Harrison, and he was such a dick with him.
I remember we did the rule where we did like a random fantasy draft, but I
We
think
could
if
only
we
pick
do
our
it,
quarterbacks. That's all we could have done. You could pick your quarterback. You
I
could
think
pick
we
your
could pick our quarterback and
a
one
running
wide,
back,
we can
and
pick
a wide
one,
receiver.
Yeah, we could pick
and
one
then
of
you had
each.
to let go.
It was a
I remember
fun
that.
time.
Yeah, I remember that. We did a lot of weird shit gaming. I did a lot of weird shit in my life though, but I want to throw some shit off you. So I've been thinking about I want to write a screenplay.
Write a screenplay.
I want to write something for Netflix. I want to show on Netflix. I don't know how to do it, but I think if I write a script good enough, Netflix could accept it. But the script goes, I want to write a script, and I want it to be set either in the 90s or the mid 2000s, because I want this to be. If I do a show, and I honestly think I could do it. I don't know why. I just think about it all the time. If I do this show, I want it to be so accurate. I want everything in the show. I want you to feel like you're watching something from that era, and I want you to feel like you're there too. So like I was thinking, I was like, all right, I want it to be about like a random. I want it to be about a drug dealer. Just want it to be about a drug dealer who's in high school, and you just learn about each of the kids that come in to get product from him, and he's the drug dealer is the main character, and some of the kids who are going to buy it are going to be characters. I want to have like a jock who's like uptight and he just thinks he's. It has a lot of process, but I want to do that. I think it would be a cool thing to have it in that time. And then if I say all right, so my favorite one, if I have it in the 90s, I want a scene where they're in a room and they're watching wrestling. Okay, I want a scene where the characters are in the couch together, just smoking a joint, watching the scene where Undertaker and Mick Foley are in that Hell in a Cell match. And I want them to have the most extreme reaction to when Mick Foley gets thrown off that cell.
Dude, that would be so
dope. It would be like, because you gotta be okay. So it's like I want it to be like this is the first time you're seeing shit like this. Wrestling in the 90s was huge. It was the shit. So I want them, because everyone, of course, they're going to be watching it. Of course, they're going to be watching it. And like that was like a huge moment. That was a huge moment. I remember first seeing that, and I was like, Dad, what the fuck was that? He's like, oh yeah, that happened in Pittsburgh. I'm so proud of that, because that moment happened in Pittsburgh. It was the most iconic moment in WWE history, and I would love to know more about it. I do. I wish Undertaker and Mick Foley would come out of it and talk about it more.
I just don't think I think they've talked about it enough at this point. There's interviews of them talking about it extensively. Like Undertaker, I guess they raised the cage on Undertaker, and he was just like, "What the fuck?" And Undertaker had a broken ankle. Yeah. He did the whole thing with a broken ankle. Yeah. Like, how the fuck?
But I mean, Undertaker at that time could take pain. I don't know about now, but that would be a cool scene. Okay, that would be a cool scene. Right?
I was just at Extreme Rules, right?
Yeah.
Little old man, but he still goes? He can still go. Like, he did the old school. Like, that was dope. Seeing him do old school was like so cool. Like, it just like fulfilled a childhood moment of mine to see the Undertaker live. Yeah. His entrance was fun. It was just my time as a wrestling fan. I can call it over now. I don't need to watch it anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I just saw that. I wanted to see him. I didn't want to see the Undertaker. Not like that. I wanted to see him in his old prime. Before I wanted to see Undertaker.
I wanted to see him in his American Badass gimmick.
No. So I wanted to see Undertaker when he was undefeated at WrestleMania, because he had that power. He was just unstoppable, and he was just so fun to watch. But when he left, he just started becoming like when he lost to Brock. And as I start, I have accepted.
At this point,
all right, listen. I want to make this clear here. For the longest time, I could not accept that Brock did it. I could not accept it.
Okay, yeah.
But now I accept it.
I agree with you. I agree with you that I couldn't accept it. I couldn't accept it until the moment I heard Paul Heyman say why they pulled the trigger and let Brock do it.
Paul Heyman I respect. It's because of Paul Heyman I respect it.
Let me ask you this. Who else would be believable enough to do it? Well, who else would have been believable enough at the time to end Undertaker's streak? Who else? Brock Lesnar is this big dude. He went to the UFC and dominated. He got his ass kicked a lot, let's be honest with him. He could have fucking died in the middle of the ring. And I loved most of Brock Lesnar's work in the UFC. I loved it. It was a fun time in the UFC. That was before and everything. But at what point, who else at that time would have done it? If I could have rewound time and chose one dude out of the people he faced before Brock, the one dude I think it would have helped the most would have been Randy Orton during the whole Legend Killer gimmick.
All right, so that's he wanted to do it, but he did. All right, so Undertaker wanted him to do it. You remember that? I remember watching something. Someone told me about it, and he was like a huge wrestling fanatic. He said Undertaker walked up because Undertaker thought it would have been. Undertaker thought it was a brilliant idea.
It would have been a great.
He thought it was a brilliant idea. Vince McMahon thought it was. Undertaker said, "I want you to break my streak," and Randy Orton was a rookie at the time. He was just starting to come. They were starting.
I just don't think, honestly, though.
He said no. Randy Orton is the one who said I can't do it because he doesn't. He said Undertaker said he let him do it, but just because Undertaker said he would let him do it, Randy Orton said I don't know how the rest of the wrestlers would have taken it. They're like because why Randy? Because the other wrestlers would have been like, okay, why the fuck Randy? Why not me? But it was the Legend Killer thing.
It was like the whole Legend Killer gimmick at the time and everything. It would have just made more sense if Randy did it at the time at that point. I'm happy it went on as long as it did because both on Shawn Michaels matches were great.
No, they were.
I think the first
the Triple
one's
H ones were even more
I think
classic.
think the first Shawn Michaels match is better than the second.
I agree.
Personally,
I agree. But I like the story for the up to
But
the.
I
I like the
think
build up for the second one though.
because
The
it was a
second one
whole long
yeah.
thing, and it was like, this is how Shawn Michaels is gonna go.
The Royal Rumble match he lost.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was pretty good. I wasn't watching wrestling, but I just watched the highlights, and it gave me goosebumps.
I mean, that's how I kind of watch it now. I just kind of watch highlights. I watch What
it's just better to
Culture.
watch
I watch
highlights.
Simon Miller do his ups and downs every week for each show, just to see how it's going.
But like, I don't think Brock. I think it was perfect because he doesn't give a fuck what the guys think about him. Because fuck,
Brock's
fuck.
just in it.
Think about it.
I don't
Brock
think
doesn't
Brock
care.
cares. I think he's just there for the
I
paycheck
mean, he's dating.
at this point.
He's married to Sable, so he obviously doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit. But think about it. Brock does not give a fuck what anyone in that locker room thinks of him because he's gonna fight.
He
doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit about what the crowd thinks of him. Okay, he did not. He was like, Brock's the kind of person who'll be like, I can take heat. I think he was a bodyguard at one point. No, he was a
football player.
He was a
He's
football
one of those
player. He's like,
ex-football
fuck
players.
with me. Fuck with me. I don't care. I can defend myself.
He's a big dude,
yeah, he's
too.
big.
Like, he's huge.
When you see him live, you can understand. And Undertaker's like,
watching
and him
him
are
run
friends.
down the ramp when he was cashing in on Seth Rollins at the end of Extreme Rules, I was just like, this dude is fucking huge. And that was it was great too, because we were sitting there and everybody was like, we want Lesnar. No, we won't, was the chant. And I was that jackass who said, I want Ambrose.
Yeah.
just be that asshole.
I remember
because
seeing Ambrose when we went to go see what the fuck did we see? Royal Rumble. We saw him win something.
I don't remember
I think
what we saw
Raw.
him.
Oh,
I think it was on Raw when we went to
he
one of those
wrestled
random
Jericho.
Raw.
He
We went
I
to
don't
one of those
remember.
random Raw events that we went
I don't
to.
know. It just blurred together, but yeah. But I remember Brock and Undertaker, I think, are friends. They're good. They're
I'm
good
sure
friends.
they're friends. I'm sure
They
everybody's friends.
I
in the
remember
back.
Undertaker
Well,
went to go
maybe
see.
not,
Undertaker saw some of Brock's fights. He went
Yeah, I'm
and saw
pretty
some of her fights.
Yeah.
I think he supports Brock. And then Paul Heyman is one of the best in the wrestling business.
He's gonna save WWE here.
He ran
hopefully.
the best. The best thing ever of ECW. ECW was that's the ECW is the reason why. The reason why I came up with this screenplay idea. It was because of ECW.
I remember because you were watching a bunch of this old ECW stuffs on the network.
When I worked at Big Lots, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that will do it. We've been going for an hour. I think this was a good start for our first one, for the first podcast for here Cross Thoughts. Mike, thanks for joining me.
Right. No problem.
Hope to have you on here again.
Yeah.
Don't die over there.
I won't.
So, thank you everybody who tuned in to listen to this. This will be up on YouTube, up on the official SoundCloud, and I will be making tweets about it on Twitter once it's officially out. Thank you everybody for joining us, and hopefully you will tune in next time. See you guys.
See ya.